Alright, let's get things fired up and cracking in this thing. Hello, everybody in the chat. Mountain Mick is hanging in the chat as well. I got my backup monitor fired up. Got us a couple of new cool things today so we could improve sound quality and some of the angles we're using. Got another big surprise coming here very soon. Let me turn the volume down so I don't feedback on us. Don't want to have a loop of terrible sound going on us. That would be horrible. So let me get everything pulled up so I can read the chat, see what's going on with my people. Gotta have our chat ready, of course. And what's going on, Chuck Soup? Nice to see Chuck is here. Labs, nice to see you in here as well, sir. I announced this one so we could hopefully get some people over here to hang out with us. Let me get the camera fired up here. Dope. All right. So what are you guys up to tonight? Anything special? Let me turn the camera around for a minute and give everybody a nice welcome. Hey everybody. Sorry about the lighting there. It's just because of the angle we're at. But Mountain Mick here. Just wanted to say what's up. Give you a quick hello in the first person view. I'm going to go back to the classic over the shoulder one. It's nighttime. There's football in the background. I live in a shared space, guys. So all of you who know Mountain Mick can't exactly give you a perfectly quiet, unadulterated studio experience yet. We're working on that. I've actually got a laptop that I'm getting ready to start using so we can go anywhere, anytime, and do this. We're going to have a great time doing things that way. And I actually do have it here. I might show it to you guys. I went and picked it up from my tech guy today. I've been playing around with it. I'm playing around with some settings. And I've yet to actually start using it for this because there are a lot of cool things that I can do with it, but I am not ready yet. There we go. I should have just picked it up and started this way with you guys in the beginning. So now I've got basically, instead of the vase, let me show you guys something real quick. Come with me. This is our vase that we usually use. Well, if it's not in the vase, Mountain Mick, where could it be? Well, I will show you, but not right now because it'll mess it all up. I have a nice new tripod stand. It's one of those dealios that you snap the phone in like any other desktop mount or maybe car mount for your cell phone for GPS or whatever else you're using it for, watching movies like it's a TV screen or whatever. So basically, like Papa Mick said, it is just a overbuilt selfie stick, and that truly is what it is. At any rate, now we will not have any more of the tunnel sound, where it sounds like Mountain Mick is in an absolute tunnel in the freeway. I won't be having that dish sound where my microphone is literally sitting in the bowl of the vase. So, yay! How's everything sounding out there tonight, guys? If you guys in the chat could let me know, what's Mountain Mick sounding like? Do I sound like my regular self? Any improvement that's notable? Or is it just the same old, same old? And of course, let's throw up the obligatory welcome to Mountain Mick live sign. Yay! So, I'm going to stay in first person for a moment and talk to you guys before I get down to showing you some things. I do have a few cool things to share with you tonight. My big live will be tomorrow, it looks like, guys. I was hoping the mailman would deliver today. I did not get what I was expecting to get today. I did get a few little things that I'll be sharing with you. It's probably good anyway. I was gone a lot of the day talking to my tech guy, getting things worked out with the laptop, and eating some really good coffee house, which is basically our Waffle House equivalent here. I went and got some bacon, eggs, and toast, and all that good stuff with Papa Mick. really nice. And now we've got the evening football pumping and going. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Sounds good, says Chuck Soup. All right, Chuck. Well, I'm glad to hear that. It is time to go postal, Chuck. I'm also getting Miss Mick to set up a new P.O. box for Mountain Mick, okay? So for right now, Mountain Mick will continue to receive his mail at the usual spot where he's been getting it. However, in the upcoming days, later this month, I will let you guys know when, Mountain Mick will be changing his address for the purpose of Lock Sport and all his mail. Because Mountain Mick will be returning to Florida and sending his mail to the Papa Mick homestead will no longer be the most desirable way to get my mail. So I am getting Mrs. Mick to set up a cool P.O. box down there in the North Palm Beach Gardens area. Very soon, I will switch all my mail and forward my mail to that box. And that is what we will begin to use for the future of Mountain Mick and all of the lock mail. So I'm excited about that. Um, also, oh, you couldn't hear, Broke? I'm glad to hear that you can hear now, brother. Broke Pix is in the chat tonight. I'm glad Broke has showed up. I think since he's already here, we'll just go ahead and talk about one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight, which is that my boys Broke, many of you know Broke Pix. Shout out to Broke Pix, he's in the chat. Many of you know Broke Pix, and many of you probably also know our good mutual friend, Rune Smith. Rune is a pick maker. He is one of the UK pickers. Um, I just wanted to let you guys know that the Broken Rune, the show that I was previously shown on co-hosting, they have their new episode out. If you guys got to see their really awesome Sparrows episode, then you're probably waiting like I was to see what they have to say about Covert Instrument. That's the elephant in the room. What do Broken Rune think of Covert Instrument? What do they think of Lockpicking Lawyer? What do they think about the way the community in LPU relates to Covert Instrument? Those are all questions that they'll be talking about on the new episode of Broken Rune. I just watched it right before I started my live. I have a long time been a fan of their show before I started picking. Thus, it was a big honor to me to be on their show that one time, and they have since become good friends to Mountain Mick. So, I would advise all of you who are listening right now, when you get a chance, if you have not seen the new Broken Rune, it is out very recently, today. Rune Smith finished the editing process. Him and Broke spend a decent amount of time getting tools, trying them out, coming to conclusions about them, and crafting a lovely video for you all to enjoy and to see what they thought about the tools they tried out and if their experiences match up with your own. To stimulate the conversation and hopefully to stimulate these makers into making a better product for all of us. So if you have not seen Broken Rune before at all, get out from under the rock you're living under and go check out Broken Rune. Now, I want to tell you guys, previously you would view Broken Rune either on Broke's channel or on Rune's channel. I'm not 100% sure. I just know I've always been able to find it and follow it because I've always liked it. I've subscribed and I'm a big fan. But Broken Rune is now its own channel, guys. That's something that I wanted to help to let you all know. Broke asked me pre-show if I would let the masses know that Broken Rune have a new home for their Broken Rune cast. So, if I could get there we go. Broke's already a mod here, and G Keyman as well is a mod here. Um, They're two of my most trusted friends, which is why you will see them with blue wrenches in the chat. It appears they have already taken care of you guys in giving you a in-chat link to the Broken Rune new site where you can view not only the new episode, but that new episode, I believe, I'll ask Broke, is episode 6, possibly 7. So you can go back and see what they thought about a handful of other tools, guys. I know they did an episode on Jimmy Longs. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first. Sparrows was the last episode. And their newest episode is all about covert instrument, guys. So I know it's been a much anticipated episode. A little bit of controversy as always, but that's what we would expect from our buddies Broken Rune. So I'm very much happy to see it. I enjoyed the crap out of that show before I came on to watch and hang out with you guys. And I'm going to check in the chat and see who's hanging out with us tonight. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Broke and Rune and to tell you guys about the new Broken Rune podcast slash YouTube. It does have a new home, and you can find that home in the links here in the chat. All right? Broke has added us a click one-time link. So get over there. Make sure you don't miss that episode. It's a really good one. And if you are or are not a fan of Covert Instrument, you're not going to want to miss this one, guys. There's some really positive and then maybe some very stir the pot controversial stuff going on over there too. So I don't want to spoil the show for you. Check it out. See what you think. And maybe after I get done here tonight, catch me over in the dog pack and let me know what you thought about it. Also, you can go over to Broke and his Discord at the Broke University. The dog pack is open. Feel free to ask for a link tonight while we're in here, guys. The links do not last forever. GK Man has us running on a tight security schedule, and we really like it that way because we are trying to protect our new baby community from terrible things happening and the wrong type of folk swarming us and inundating us with things we don't care about. We don't want a bunch of ads and we don't want to get scammed. We just want to pick and talk to pickers and pick makers alike and have a good time. So that's what it's for. And if you're into that, then get on over to the dog pack. Also, if you would like to learn more about picking, don't forget to check out Broke University. Broke is building his own picking school in his Discord. Very much will be supporting him as well. Broke has been my friend since before I really got into this or anyone knew me. And I don't want anybody to think that for some reason we in any way have competing discords going on here, guys. The idea of Locksport is not to be divisive. It is to be unified. Ergo, Broke is part of our dog pack. Woof! And we are also very much involved with Broke University. Okay? So don't feel like you cannot be part of both of those as well, because you very much can, and you are welcome to both. If you would like to drop some links to both down there, Broke and GK Man, I would appreciate it so all of Mountain Mix viewers can find their way to both of the fantastic discords that Mountain Mick attaches himself to. Those are the only ones, guys. If somebody else tells you Mountain Mix said go here or go there, then they lied to you. Those are the only two that I'm personally telling you right now to go to. And I'm part of one other that I will not speak about at the moment. That's part of the rules there. We will move on. But big shout out to Broke, big shout out to Rune, and man, super mega shout out to the guys at the dog pack as well. Woof! I'll be talking about them some more here in a minute. First, I had one little piece of business I wanted to get around to. Let me see my chat real quick. Mr. Walt Cade, are you still in the chat, sir? I saw Walt Cade pop into the chat. I want to say hi to Walt. I want to say hi to Keytron. I want to say hi to Chuck. Chuck's been here from the beginning. Hey, Chuck Soup and Labs. Labs and Chuck Soup beat everybody here. This is one of my ones where I put out a little bit of an advance notice for you guys because I got a lot of cool stuff to talk about with you. Let's see who else is here. Broke obviously is here. Big shout out to you, brother Broke. G Key Man, the man at the plan, he is here. G Key Man, big shout out to you as well. I appreciate you always being here to support me in every way possible. Mr. Waltcade, I only wanted to talk to you for a moment, sir, because I noticed something on your Facebook today. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that your wife, Miss Cheryl, I believe that's correct. It is her birthday. So make sure I didn't mess the name up. I could have, but I try to remember these things. But the point is, guys, that Mrs. Waltcade, it is her birthday, guys. So be sure that you tell Mr. Waltcade happy birthday to his missus and send your love and the Mountain Mick love over that way for her because we always love to support our friends and their families here at Mountain Mick. So happy birthday to Mrs. Waltcade. Now I'm going to switch us back, guys. I'm going to get my camera swapped over and we're going to continue the show. Boop. And boop. Let me get over here and set us where we belong, guys. We're supposed to be right about here. Right? We got all our guys in the back. Make sure I'm in a spot where you're going to be able to see me working with my stuff here. And we will park it right there for now. That looks good enough. We're usually a little further, but that's okay. Maybe I'll move us up just a little more. Don't want to crowd myself too much. I'll just bring my chat over here where I can see it a little better. All right. Now let's see what we can get around and get into. Also, let's see what we got. How else? Who else is in the chat tonight? We got Keytron. We got Broke Picks. We got Black Smoke Joe. Hello, Black Smoke Joe. Welcome. Glad to see you hang out. Oh, you're welcome, Broke. The support is what we're here for, brother. I told you from day one, my man, I got your back like you got mine. You asked me very politely if I would tell people about the show and the Broken Rune cast tonight, and I figured that I would take it just a little bit more further than that, because Mountain Mick likes to show big love to his friends like you, Broke. Just wanted to clear up to the fact that everybody, the way Discord works and the way we work community-wise, we like to spread and share the love, brother. Nothing divisive going on over here at Mountain Mick. Okay. There's a couple things I want to show you guys. I got them in the mail today. I got to go grab one part of it that's not out here, actually. But I got a smaller envelope package from a good buddy of mine, and I just want to show you a couple of the things that were in it really quick. Give me one moment. Sorry for the preparation, guys. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. I usually have everything out here, but I got a little distracted watching the Broken Rune beforehand, and because I was watching Broken Rune, I didn't take the time to set up all the things that I was supposed to set up, because I'm a busy guy, and I'm just a guy, and without Miss Mountain Mick around to be a helpful secretary and lovely lady, I get a little bit overwhelmed sometimes. So, hello, MrHppy. Glad to see you in the chat tonight. I was just getting ready to show off a few things that you sent me, my friend. So I'm glad that you're here as well. Let's see what I've got scrolling here. Let's go ahead and put our ticker back up for a little bit. The 250 sub giveaway is still active right now. We've been getting a massive amount of entries from the 250 sub. I have been sharing them at the dog pack in the 250 sub giveaway channel part of the stream over there. And I also have all of them shared to the 250 sub giveaway playlist on Mountain Mick. I've got several people who already have a few multiple entries, guys. And as you all know, we're doing this as a random entry wheel. So getting multiple entries will increase your chances of winning. However, many times on these random wheel entries, Mountain Mick has seen somebody with only one lonely entry win the whole thing. And that's the beauty of this type of competition, guys. So feel free to make one or to make multiple entries, but get those entries in while September is still afoot, guys, because when October begins, the gavel is coming down and we will end that contest forever. Zoe is trying to watch two live streams. Newhouse is also on, guys. That's all right, Zoe. I am a fan of having support for all my friends. So I have two phones, two computers, and a smart TV. So I can really spread the love around when I need to. I think we all do it from time to time. Also, Newhouse is a friend of mine here on the channel. Newhouse Locks. He is a locksmith. He also does some really cool content. No problem mentioning that in the middle of my live. Big fan of him as well. And Mr. Inferno is a awesome fellow as well. I enjoy his lives. I enjoy his content. And Mr. Inferno does pop in here time to time, guys. He is a good friend of mine as well. And he is a locksmith as well. All right, so I want to show off a few goodies that my buddy MrHppy decided to send me. First and foremost, let's thank MrHppy for the tripod that we're using now instead of the vase. Yay! Yeah, MrHppy sent me the tripod, guys. He had a spare one sitting around. He knew that I've been struggling with the vase from day one, so he has donated a pretty cool little tripod for the camera phone for us here at Mountain Mick, and we are very happy to have it because the camera angles that I can get with this thing, as well as the fact my speaker is not covered and down in a cupped like shape, will probably help our sound a little bit. Now, one of the other things MrHppy sent me is this. I have to put it to some use before I can really use it, guys. But for any of you who are not aware, this fabric is excellent for making yourself a light diffuser. Okay? So when you want to get just that good quality white light and not a bunch of extra noise from your light in the color spectrum, this is the way you accomplish that. It's a pretty big piece of it. And MrHppy showed me once upon a time when we first started talking how he was able to build basically like a shadow box type of diffuser that he uses in his videos. And I don't know if you guys have seen MrHppy's videos, guys, but he is next level high quality video guy as far as I'm concerned. I really enjoy having him as a friend to support me and to always tell me little production notes about how I can try and make it look better and sound better for all of you guys. So thank you, MrHppy, for sending over some production stuff. The tripod for the camera and the light diffuser will go a long way for Mountain Mick here. Now, what I'd also like to show you guys is something else I got from MrHppy. It is probably what you think it is. It's just a larger piece of what I used in my three short series of putting some marine grade style tubing on my metal picks that did not have any handles. So MrHppy has sent me over a roll of this stuff. um, this will massively help with all of my picks in the future that don't have handles. And he told me it came in a pretty long strip. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like all stretched out. You see? And it keeps going, and it keeps going. Oh, yeah, I'd say that's probably about, if I stretch it out in my arms, I'm going to say it's about 4 feet, guys. Yeah, I think it's about 4 feet total of the marine grade shrink tubing. So I'll be able to put some cool handles on any of my future picks that need them, and that way I can always have some nice comfort, and I can get them looking more like this. See this lovely greyhound pick here with some shrink tubing on it. The marine style shrink tubing works the best because it has some glue in it instead of just regular. And the kind without glue might have slid off of these dogs, but the ones with glue, I'm here to tell you guys, I'm pinching and pulling literally as hard as I can to show you this. And as you can see, it has not moved or budged one iota. Um, it really does a great job bonding with that stuff, guys. All I did was, you can see in my shorts, but all I did was trim it to size to fit, put it over top of it, and heat it with Papa Mix hair dryer. I didn't need to use flame or anything like that. A simple hair dryer or heat gun will do the trick. You can use flame. I've heard people say it works good, but Mountain Mick tries not to encourage open fire use on his channel because that would be a liability for Mountain Mick. So if you're going to do things like that, be careful, do them at your own risk, and Mountain Mick assumes no responsibility into what you do with fire at your house. Let's see who else we got hanging out in here tonight. I'm not sure if my chat is frozen or if you guys are just enjoying the sound of my voice. Let's see. I'll reset it real quick just to make sure. It appears you guys are just enjoying listening to me talk. So, fantastic. I will continue rambling on as I do. Um, MrHppy also told me that he had some extra goodies in the way of the type of stuff we all like, the swag that goes in the bag. All right. So let me take the ticker off. I think everybody's had plenty of time to get the 250 giveaway thing going there. And I'm going to show this stuff. And while I am, let's think about a question really quick. The question and answer for the people in the chat that I want you to try and answer while I'm looking at this MrHppy stuff is, what your favorite thing so far at the dog pack? Okay, so if you've been over at the dog pack, guys, just tell Mountain Mick, what do you like best so far about Mountain Mick having you guys follow me over to the dog pack? The dog pack is not mine. It is a coalition of people. Some people think that I am the admin, etc. No, I was offered a spot that far up the chain, but I am not the owner or co-owner. I yielded that amount of power to be a little notch further down the chain. I am more of a mod middle management type over there. Uh, every place needs a leader and a security top man and maybe a face, a Danny Ocean, so to speak. So that last one, that's me. And I do what I can to get the word out there and to try and make new relations. So that is my area of what I loosely refer to as expertise, but it's what I like to do. So all those conversations other people might find awkward, that's what I like to do. So that's my favorite part of the dog pack, is me getting to reach out to all these cool people and see who we can get aboard with us. I'm going to show off some of the stuff that I got from MrHppy here while we are getting you guys answers here. Alright, Labs, cool. I'm glad. Drive safely, brother. Lab says he's driving to work, so the sound is working for him. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to Labs yet, Labs is trying to get his 50 subs going, guys. So, you know, go over to Labs' channel, click on his icon, give him a quick sub. The faster we can get that man to 50, the faster he can start doing giveaways and cool stuff with all of us, too. So, show him a little bit of love when you get a chance, alright? Now, let's show off some stuff. First, I'm going to show off a Greyhound poker chip. I actually just grabbed this out of my room on the way out here, but since it's so cool, I thought I'd share it with you guys again. I do have a couple of them, and I will be sending some of them out. MrHppy sent me some doubles of things that I had and some things that I'll be keeping for myself. So first, let me show you the ones that I'll be keeping for myself, and we will start with this Georgia Gem sticker here, guys. MrHppy knows that I'm a big fan of Georgia Gem. Shout out to Georgia Gem. Georgia Gem is also a member of the dog pack. Woof. So thanks, Georgia Gem, for hanging out with us over at the pack. Big fan of having you there, sir. Your expertise is untouchable for anybody, as it would seem, in the mortal world. I also appreciate you sending me some of the cool things that I have. These sparrows, black flags here, I will be using them very soon because now I have a cool lock I'm going to show you guys in a minute that I can finally play around with these flags with. So we'll be thanking somebody for that too. Also, I have these Killer Maru Turners here. And I'm just about thinking at this point that these Killer Marus may have to go to Mr. Rune Smith. I talked to Rune earlier today. We were still talking about the picks that he's making for me. He mentioned the Killer Maru Turners that I have. He likes to collect art and pick stuff as well as I do, and he likes to collect some Sparrow stuff as I do. So I believe I may pass those Killer Maru Turners on over to him as more appreciation for him helping me out with some cool new picks. I want to bribe my pick maker as hard as I possibly can. So yeah, I think we'll hold on to those for Rune. Anyway, big massive thank you to Georgia Jim. The things that he sent me that I've got the most love out of so far are naturally, as you guys will have guessed, my Sparrows Escort that is from the Georgia Gym White to Black video, which I will never part with, guys. This, between being an escort and being the one from Georgia Gym's video, is a highly sought after collectible for me. I feel super extremely blessed to own it, and at some point I may even try to replace it with another escort just so I can put this one away. And I don't know, I like to use things, and I think that in the spirit of using things I may just keep using it, but I'd really hate to lose it. That's all I'm worried about. Also, he sent me these curved turners, which you guys have heard me rave about many times and use many times as well. Big fan of this. This is one of my top 2 favorite Turner sets in the entire world, bar none. So really appreciate you sending those to me. I will be keeping the Georgia Gym sticker. Thank you, MrHppy, for that. Now, check these bad boys out, guys. I will be keeping about 2 of these, and then I will be passing on the others. So, MrHppy has his own stickers now, guys. As you know, MrHppy was my good friend who had me sent the original Mountain Mick patch. Uh, he is a big supporter and friend of mine, more of a friend and a brother than anything. And he has his own sticker design logo that he's had for a while now, guys. It's really cool. Let me show it up close where you can see it better. And I really want in the near future to get a patch made for Mr. Happy because he didn't have a patch of mine made up for himself. He just got that one made and sent it to me. So he's going to be needing his own Mountain Mick patch for sure. He's going to be the first to receive one. And I'd also like to get some more stuff of his made up because I really enjoy his logo. I really enjoy his friendship. And any of you who don't know Mr. Happy, I'm sorry for you because having him as a friend is quite a blessing, guys. But for those of you who are interested and those of you who are lucky, I'm going to take about two of these Mr. Happy stickers and put them over here in my Georgia Gym Mountain Mick keeping these pile. And that will leave me with two. So maybe I'll still pass one more of them on and I'll just keep one. But I will be passing some of these on to some of my winners or just some of my friends to spread a little bit of Mr. Happy love to other lock sporters. Mark Carter, what's up, Labs? You are also welcome for what you're thanking me, sir. I imagine it's just for telling people to come give you a sub. I hope that they all do. Jump over there and give Labs a sub. GK Man gave him a link. We're trying to get him to 50, guys. So pump up them numbers for my boy Labs, who's been on the show once. He's going to be back on at some point. We really want to get him up to where he can do his own stuff and really rock out over there. He's going to have a really fun show, guys. So give him some love too. Now let me show you a couple more extras. Glad to see you here, Mark Carter. Um, I got some extras for Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy didn't want to just let his sticker collection sit around in a drawer. He really appreciated and enjoyed all of these things, but he felt that they would be served better if Mountain Mick received them and passed them on in some of the giveaways and whatnot to all of you. So, big thanks to him for that. This is a 44 Delta poker chip that will be going in the Mountain Mick Send It On Down the Road to Other Lock Sporters package. That's going to be awesome for whoever gets that. Um, Also, we may as well go ahead and mention there is another 44 Delta sticker. I have one of these, at least maybe two already. All doubles that Mountain Mick has will be sent on down the road to my friends in Locksport because Mountain Mick doesn't double up on things for no reason. And love and Locksport spreading is what we're all about here. So I will send that stuff out to some people and be very happy to see it go. Um, We've got a few from one of my other friends. I will be keeping one of the big ones because I think I got the little one last time. This is Greg Potter's Lock Bundles. Many of you know that I have mentioned Greg's Bundles many times as a younger lock sporter myself. Greg Potter can be found at Facebook, The Art of Lockpicking. So if you go find the art of lockpicking, you will be able to find Greg Potter because he is the admin over there. That is his site, guys. So if you go to Facebook Art of Lockpicking, you're in Greg's playground, and it won't be hard to find him. You will see some ads for his lovely lock bundles. They come with lots of locks. He can gear something towards your own needs if you get a hold of him. And he usually pairs his standard beginner bundles with a covert FNG set. So it's a really good deal. Probably the best starting out lock sport deal that a noob can come to. It is where I started my journey, besides the sparrows that I bought before getting hooked up with Greg. So I really appreciate Greg and all he does for the community. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention one of his mods, who I think we all can agree is the queen of this hemisphere when it comes to locks. And I think you know who I'm talking about. But I've got a sticker of hers as well that I'm going to be giving away. She's already helped me with some of mine, Ergo, you've seen plenty of these stickers before. Naturally, I am talking about the one, the only, Miss Lady Locks. Shout out to Lady Locks. We all love Lady Locks here at Mountain Mick. She is a massive influence for the lock sport community worldwide. Covered instruments for having her as a brand ambassador are genius for that reason alone, if nothing else, because she is so appealing to everyone, friendly, and I can see why, because she is a friend of mine. She has opened her arms very welcoming to me since I got into this, and we always want to show Lady Locks a big amount of love here on Mountain Mick. So shout out to her. And while I'm at it, let me mention yet again, Lady Locks can be found in the dog pack. So if you want to get in there and chat with Lady Luck some, if you're in the dog pack, you'll see her from time to time. She got in there with us today and was having a good time with us, as well as Jimmy Longs was hanging out in there chatting up the guys and dropping us a little bit of extra love. I can't really talk about that here because that's what the dog pack is for, guys. If you want to know what I'm talking about and the love from Jimmy Longs, get over to the dog pack and you too can probably still get in on the love that Jimmy sent us all. But Lady Locks is over there with us too now, and naturally I would have to go ahead and mention her Discord as well, because I mentioned Broke Picks and Broke University earlier. It would only be proper that I mention the Dragon's Lair, Lady Locks' channel. Lady Locks, we love you as well. Just like with Broke, we do not wish to toe step or tread on discord diversity. We would love to continue unification of lock sport and open hanging out and communication between all those servers. So when it comes to Broke University and Lady Locks, I like to think that the dog pack is very much nestled in with the love of that part of the community, and we do not want anyone thinking otherwise, okay? Those are our friends, we are their friends, and we are not here to be divisive. We are here to be a big team and bring all of you in Locksport together for a wonderful community experience. Now, let me continue, and we'll get to some cool looking locks, and Mountain Mick will pick around for a little bit. So we've got the Lady Lock sticker. It will go in the Mountain Mick sending outbound stack of stickers. Some lucky folk who I send some packages will be receiving all these goodies, and I will keep only one of a few of them for myself so I can pass as much as I can along. The last one I have to show is a lock picker's bench. I will be keeping this one, but I tell you right now, because of the package that is coming to my house probably tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it came through LPB. So if they give me a sticker in my package that comes tomorrow that I will be sharing with all of you, I will pass one of them on to somebody as well. But yes, we have the lock picker's bench, and I'm just going to sit it back here on Mr. Happy's leg, and it'll hang out there for the rest of the show. Now, let me get my stickers out of the way, and I will show you a couple of locks that Mr. Happy sent me. Let's see what everybody in the chat's got going on first, and I'll bring the locks out for those of you who are curious and need something shiny to stare at while I catch up. Here, let me pull the keys out too so you guys can guess the biddings and guess what types of locks we got and do all that fun stuff. All right, so there we go. Let's check all that out. It's probably not close enough for you guys to really see, but I don't know if your screen's bigger than mine. So there you go. Let me see what's going on in the chat, and we will get back to it, guys. Brett Sucks says he is sub to Labs already. Thank you. GT Man says Labs is at 26 subs so far. That's what we like to hear. We got to get his numbers up, guys. Do all we can for our friends. Let's see what else we got here. Friendly Discord channel, lots of love, dog pack. Yes, Mark Carter, that's the idea, sir. We don't want to make waves that are static. We want to make waves that are fun for everybody to catch. So catch the wave, ride the wave, and hang loose with the Shaka Bros. We got Delbert and Isamu Sushi. There is a link, Sushi, further back. G Keyman posted one in the chat. Thank you for helping him out, lads. Just seeing who else we got in here. We got Black Smoke Joe. We got Sushi. We got Broke Picks. We got Mark Carter. We got Keytron and a bunch of others. A lot of legends in the chat tonight. Good to see that. Glad all of you came out to hang out. And MrHppy's probably still lurking in the chat as well. Love to see my friend MrHppy here. These are the last two items MrHppy sent me that I'll be showing you guys today. That's everything from the package. And these two locks are kind of the focal point of the package. He knew that I needed a dimple lock to play around with these flags that I just showed you guys a minute ago. So, not tonight, but very soon, I will be learning my way through playing around with dimple flags and dimple locks. So, if you don't know about dimple flags and dimple locks, let me show you guys. I can't pick this one right now, but I will show anybody who's new enough not to know what they are and what the idea or gist of it is. All right? Alrighty. Let me move everything off of here. Cool. Um, see, the dog pack is open one more time for now. Let's roll with that. Because the dog pack is open. And I'm going to be talking about the dog pack again in just a second, guys, because there's a lot of really big news going on over there. And I want to share that. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that one, Brett Sucks. That's the one I'm going to show next. So, first and foremost, yes, I have a dimple lock now. MrHppy tells me it's not a really hard one, and that is perfect for me to start out with. So, this will be my first dimple lock attempt when I do get into this thing. It does have the old sideways looking mouth, and if you can see down in there, which you probably cannot with this camera, it has little ball bearing looking beads in there. That's the dimples, guys. So the way dimples work, you let me get out the tools and show you guys. It's a little different than our standard pin and tumbler. I don't totally know it yet. I've still got to read over that chapter in Deviant Olim's practice or practical lock picking. Practical lock picking is a great book, and it's where I learned most of the good information that I found put together on pin tumbler locks. At the time, I was only doing pin tumbler, so I saved myself the chapters about cruciform, DD picking, and dimple locks. So I'll be reading over the dimple locks one soon. Let's move these Killamarus out of the way. As I said, I believe I will put these in with Rune's package whenever I send Rune the stuff for his ransom. Alrighty, so the only flags that I currently own are the Sparrows Black Flag set. I have heard mixed reviews about them, as many of you probably had as well. I will tell you ahead of time, I have not used them yet at all. Georgia Jim sent them to me, and I am very much looking forward to testing them out. Now, Mountain Mick, what is the issue that we're referring to? Well, as you can see, if I move this around a little bit here, as you can see, this is a metal shaft, and it is secured, and I'm using that term kind of loosely. It is secured into a mound of rubber for the handle. Yes, well, what I've heard complaint-wise is that over enough use, what happens is it becomes unattached from said rubber. So you go to spin it and turn your flag, and nothing happens. It just sits there. The rubber spins, but the pick doesn't. I could see how that would be a pain in the butt and not work at all for picking a lock. These do not seem to have that issue yet. Um, so we will hope that none of them have developed that issue. We'll hope that Sparrows has fixed that issue somehow, and I will let you guys know honestly what I end up with those over time. I've heard similarly that the bypasses that Sparrows sell, like the American and Avis bypasses, suffer from the same issue of rubber separation. I have not tried either yet, so I could not verify to you guys whether I think that's true or I think it's fixed or anything, but I will work to acquire some. And when I do, I will let you guys know what I find out about that. So let's move on. These are the type of turners that you will find in most dimple set. Turners in a dimple set generally look more like these, guys. Again, I have not really read or studied up much on how I'm going to be using these, but that's all a big adventure that Mountain Mick's going to get into as soon as he gets that pack lock open, guys. So if I can't get it open because it just begins to take me my whole life, I will start to tinker around with this dimple lock, um, because I don't want to put the world on hold for one lock. Eventually the pack lock will fall, and I'll be happy when it does, but I'm just not getting it quite yet. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I haven't tried it in about 2 days because I was gonna pick it for the video when I got the package we're all waiting on, and since it didn't come in, I didn't pick it that day, and since this day that it did not come in, I did not pick it today. So maybe if it comes in tomorrow, it'll be the first time in 3 days that I have given that lock any attention, but we will give it a shot nonetheless. Now, as I said, this is the little cheap dimple lock that Mr. Happy has sent me to have some fun with and start learning how to work my flags. So thank you for that, Mr. Happy. And this is a Yale, guys. Brett Sucks, brettsucks.com.org.uk, brettsuckseverywhereallthetime.com. He says that I'll really enjoy picking this, and I'm sure he is quite right because I have been dying to get my hands on a Yale, guys. It's amazing. I've been picking for 2 months plus, and I've never come across a Yale yet. So I'm looking forward to picking this one. I may even stick a couple of picks in there before we finish tonight. Um, it does appear to have a nice paracentric keyway with a little bit of a grooviness to it. Let me see if I can get the lighting on this good enough for you guys to see it proper. If not, maybe I should go get my flashlight and really light it up. There we go. It's getting a little better, guys. Anyway, it's got one of those that has a really hard piece toward the top left to keep you out. Let me flip it over and maybe you guys can see it that way. See it? I've got it upside down, but I figured the light would hit it better that way, guys. So maybe you can get a better glance at her. See that little knob on the top, what would be the top left? Right now it's in the bottom right. But that's a warding notch. That's going to be fun. Alrighty, so that's all I can show of that for the moment. But Mr. Happy sent me a very cool Yale. He chopped it in half, which is the usual way of going and doing things. I have some really cool ones that I got from Neil. Neil W. out in the London area sent me a pack. And Mr. Waltcade and Mr. Happy will both be receiving some of those when I get the chance to get my saw and hack them in half. Because they have both been very good to me, left me with a handful of cool locks to play with. And I promised both of them I'd send them some Euro lock love. So I still intend to. Let's see. Let's show the bidding on this Yale for all of you guys out there in the Show Me That Bidding clan. This is the bidding on my Yale. Nothing too nightmarish. It looks to be a dip down and then a dip back up. So maybe nothing too nightmarish, but I don't expect it to be easy either. It is a Yale, so we'll see what it has to offer. But I will get around to picking around on that thing maybe here in a little bit. Like I said, mostly the point of this video was to talk to you guys about a few things and show you some of the goodies that I got from MrHppy, because it is a Lockmail live, and that is all of it, guys. That's my package from MrHppy. So we got our 2 cool locks, a bundle of stickers, and some tubing, and a really cool tripod that I can't show you guys right now because we're sitting on it. But rest assured, see this little foot here? That is the foot of the tripod, guys. So I have a really nice tripod that the camera is mounted on now. That is going to help us immensely over here at Mountain Mick to film some better stuff. So big thank you to MrHppy for sending all of that stuff. You're a great friend, MrHppy, and we always welcome you to jump on live stream with us if you ever would like to, as well as sharing videos with us and entering the 250 sub contest if you so decide. Moving along, let's see who's in our chat real quick again, and I will tell you guys about a few more things as I move forward and try to get this live going. See who's in the chat here. Alright, so MrHppy says, I still haven't been able to open my half of that Yale, but it's definitely a fun pick. Alright, MrHppy, well, I will be picking around on this Yale tonight in the vise, off the camera, and if I should get my open on it, I will let you know, my friend. Let's see, I bet you will open yours before I do, sir, but we will have fun with it, and I'll show you what happens when I get mine. Mark Carter says, nice flag pick. Thank you, Mark. I have not got to try them yet, but we will see how good they work. Sushi says, I had that same Sparrow set, and I really like it. You just have to be delicate and don't try to overforce pins. Yeah, Sushi, I kind of figured that might be the case, brother. I can see why somebody using a bypass would rip the rubber off of the handle. Bypassing is a little bit more of a forced entry method, so I can see how that would take a little more cranking. But I felt like with just turning things inside lock mechanisms that I shouldn't have to use too much. And I think that I'll be able to keep them from separating, because I'm not going to gorilla strength them, but you never know. Sometimes people just get an off product, so hard to say how that happened. Yes, Sushi also pointed out when I said that this was upside down, when I had it this way, he said that depends on where you're at. To some places, this is the right side up. That is true, Sushi. I have heard that many times. In the Deviant Ollam book, they basically stress the same type of thing, Sushi. So it's given in the book that when you're calling up, the Bible is up, and that's generally just how they do it in the book, not because it's always installed that way, but just for the purposes of discussing locks. The general term usually would have the Bibles and the drivers on top, and the key pins and the key on bottom. So that is the traditional way, meaning that the key would traditionally have the bidding facing up when you stick it in your door. But we all know that even here in America, people like to have their key facing the other way sometimes. So some of them have it installed hardware this way. So that way, when you stick the key in, the bidding is down. Don't know I guess it changes from code to code, country to country, but I'm a fan of, especially when I pick, having the Bible up top in my vise. And I usually pick up also for that reason. I know lots of people, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I know lots of people who prefer to pick downward. So they will flip it over like this, and when they stick it in the lock, they will have the lock upside down as well. So let me show you what I mean, guys. They'll basically be picking the lock, well, downward, like so. Sorry, guys, this monkey paw doesn't fit really well in this paracentric keyway. I'd probably never use it on this one, but it's actually working all right in there. But anyway, a lot of people like to pick downward like this, whereas Mountain Mick has everything in a upward pick position. So my pick tip faces up, my lock Bible is on top, and I like to attack that way so that I'm always lifting pins, not prying pins downward. I'm not saying there is a right or wrong way, guys, because there's not. In outer space, there's no such thing as up or down. So if you took a lock up into the International Space Station and picked, it wouldn't matter to you which way was up or down. I also imagine it would be a little more difficult because you would still have spring pressure and tension, but gravity would not be there to help you. So let's see. Brett Sucks says that they are installed pins down in the UK. So in the UK, that means locks would typically look like this. That's good to know, Brett. I wasn't sure about that. I've heard people describe it many times, and I was actually under the impression you guys did it the other way. So I'm glad that you brought that up, Brett. The pin side down is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. If that's how they do it in the UK, then that means that they and their keys are facing downward bidding when they stick it in, and that if you went to pick one, you would need to go downward and pick down. And that's probably one of the reasons why I see many of my UK picker friends picking in a downward style like that. Very introspective. Thank you for that, Brett. Brett Sucks. Door and Lock Tips has entered the chat. Glad to see you here tonight, Mike. It seems that you're a regular fan of Mountain Mick Show lately. Mike is a locksmith that lives here in the Carolina area with me. Not with me, but in the same Carolina area. He says that he likes to lift the pins up. He doesn't like going in the downward push. It's just a mental thing. He also mentions that he just takes his tips from Ken Peterson, which is fine with him. I got no problem with that. I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. That's the thing about really old guys. They got a lot of experience. And Ken is an old guy, so he must have some experience. I like to listen to what the older guys have to say in the picking community. So yeah, everybody say hi to Door and Lock Tips. He is the guy who's doing the Peterson giveaway stuff. So if any of you have not got with him already about getting a free Peterson pick, this is the pick in question. I am told that there may be some other profiles coming his way. I have not seen or heard whether it happened as of yet, but that's all right. As you can see, I have my free pick right here, and you may get yourself a free one too. Just get in contact with Door and Lock Tips. He's in the chat, and shoot him a YouTube message or an email. All you really have to do is tell him your name and your address, and let him know that you're in America, because you must be in America. Let me mention that, because Mountain Mick is an international channel, and many of our friends here are across the pond, over the northern border or over the southern border. and out of the United States continental 48 area. So if you find yourself being one of those people, I'm sorry, it is not a Mountain Mick thing, or I would do my best to get you guys one too. But unfortunately, that is not within my capabilities this time. You can still play the Mountain Mick 250 giveaway though. You can absolutely get in my contest, and if you win, you will get yourself a very nice lock of your choice. Out of the three that I have chosen for choices, one is an A1100, totally engraved to your own spec. You can have whatever you want written on it, get it in whatever color you like. The other options are both 44 Delta locks. You can get the A1100 44 Delta, or you can get the Pack Lock 98 Pro from 44 Delta. I will be happy to get you any one of those three locks, and that is what our grand prize winner will be receiving for the current 250 sub contest. I've been running the banner. I've mentioned it a few times. Let's see. Terraphon. What's up, Terraphon? I see that you are in the chat tonight, sir. So welcome, Terraphon. He is one of my friends from Reddit. I'm glad to see Terraphon here with us. And I just want to talk about the dog pack again for a second, guys. Let me get something to play with out and pick around on. And let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to play around with these Berserker locks again for a little bit, see if I can open some of them. I realize that they aren't anything super fancy, but I'm trying to get my last little bit of fun out of them before I send them over to Delbert, guys. And I really enjoy just picking them for fun as I sit here and talk to you guys. So I'm going to pick with those just to have some lock picking going on. And we will talk about some cool stuff going on in the dog pack, all right? Because the dog pack today made some serious leaps and bounds, and I would like to bring that notice to all of you. Okay? So as you can see from the banner at the bottom right now, the dog pack is open, guys. It's been open. Uh, it was launched on my live stream the other night. So it's been up for a day or two now. It's going strong, guys. Everything over there going really well. And we were able, wow, got that one open quick. Let me show a banner and just tell you guys what's going on over there, all right? Because we had a massive day. Can you read that, guys? Now featuring Jimmy Long's Codec and Runesmith. That's right, guys. Jimmy Long's Codec and Runesmith, custom pick makers from around the community, have all come in to join the dog pack. And when I say that, what I mean is we have an individual corner carved out for all of our custom pick makers. When a custom pick maker comes to us, we give them their own little corner to show off their work. We give them a little bit of mod privileges in their own area so that they don't get over harassed by anybody. And we do everything we can to roll out the red carpet for our pick making friends. Greyhound is a maker of picks, so we're happy to have him there. Broke is also a maker at times. Broke Picks is there. We're happy to have him. We also have Runesmith, his partner, and good buddy. Runesmith has his own section over there going already. A really astounding picker from the Mexico area that I met on Reddit, who is also really tight friends with Rune. I asked him today if he would like to join our ranks, and when I saw him come through the door, I made sure that Classic Stang gave him all of the red carpet treatment and got him started on his own corner as well. Well, all that was going swimmingly, and Classic Stang asked me about Jimmy Longs and a few other people. And I told him what I knew of these people and that I'd spoke to a few of them, etc. And he got in touch with Jimmy Longs, sent him a nice message, and we were both thrilled to see that Jimmy Longs accepted our invitation. Not only that, Jimmy Longs was hanging out in the chat today. Okay, guys? Some of you already know Jimmy Longs is pretty active in the community. That's how his picks are so great. He listens. He is a picker like us. He's just a blue collar guy. But as I said, he is the hero of blue collar working guys in the picking field, and he brings to it a white collar with black tie level of class. So Jimmy Longs was in the chat hanging with us guys. His new Jimmy mini picks have been released, the modular picks. They've got color handles. You can sandwich them and use them double sided, and they are really cool, guys. They remind me a little bit of my maces, but I'm sure that they have more strength to them. And you can get 4 of those little bad boys for like $10 or something, guys. A set of 4 modular picks, maybe it was 15, but even so, a set of 4 modular picks for that kind of money, guys, is really, really steal of a deal. Well, not only that, Jimmy Longs, while he was hanging in the chat with everybody, decided to give a little bit of extra love to the community at the dog pack. Now, I can't tell you guys here and now what that consists of, but just know that he sprinkled a cherry on top today in the chat, and I'm very happy to see that he did it. There was a big rush of people jumping on using his love to buy some picks and get some great tools in their hands. And I was just thrilled to see him having a good time talking with all of us, bouncing some ideas off of us for the future of what he may be doing in the future, giving us a little hint about what he might be up to now, and sharing a little bit of love with the community of Lock Sport abroad while hanging out in the dog pack. Um, so we also naturally um, we approached him. He's in there hanging out. Rune Smith has known from day one about this because him and Greyhound and Broke, they're all buddies with us. We're all pretty tight. So Rune Smith, he's pretty much known about this since before the launch, guys. But him and Greyhound, gotta mention the Hellhound pick one more time. The Hellhound is a, let me show a dog leg really quick. This is a dog leg, one of Greyhound's custom picks that he has made with Southern Specialties. It is a fantastic pick. The 3 of them come in a super affordable set. I really enjoy the set that I have. Delbert sent them to me. Um, Jim, I'm sorry. Greyhound, guys. Greyhound and Rune Smith are working together to bring the world something called a Hellhound. A Hellhound Rune is making by hand like he usually does, only it's going to be a dog leg with his own style handle on it, guys. One of those beautiful wood crafted Rune picks with the scales that Rune makes himself. There are only going to be 3 Hellhounds made in this initial run, guys. I don't know if Rune's ever going to make more, but one of them's going to Rune. One of them is going to Greyhound himself. And the third one could be yours. Now, how is that possible? Pay attention when Greyhound has his next live, guys, because Greyhound is going to be giving away the third and only publicly available Hellhound, guys. So if you want to get a chance at getting your paws on a Hellhound, you're going to need to follow Rune and Greyhound's shenanigans for the next wee little bit, because some lucky person, some lucky dog, is going to walk away with the third and only publicly available Greyhound Rune Smith collaboration, the Hellhound dog leg. So, really excited about seeing that. If you like custom pick makers, I would suggest that you come to the dog pack and hang out. Um, I think Kodak just started actually allowing people to do some orders with him. As I said, he is a pick maker in Mexico. He makes everything that he makes by hand. He's got some beautiful stuff that he's posted in his corner, and he's actually doing a trade of picks with Rune Smith. He's got some special stuff made for Rune. Rune is making him some special stuff, and I'm just really excited because I love seeing the custom pick makers come together, trade with each other, trade designs and little clues and hints with each other on how to better build. And I think that the end product for everyone in lock sport will be that much more refined and that much more wonderful, guys. So, really big things going on with the dog pack in the development part of picks for the future. And I'm really excited to see all that going on. Now, as pickers go, we also have some really high regarded pickers hanging out over there, guys. I believe earlier I mentioned the one and only, the lovely Lady Locks. She's hanging out over there with us too, guys. Um, I'm trying to get Mr. 44 Delta to get himself a slot over there. So if you have talked to Mr. Schlins today, I have not been able to get around to reaching out to him personally yet. I imagine that Classic Sting also is thinking about having me take care of seeing if he wants to come over. But Classic Sting already, the lock picking professor, he got a hold of Miss Ladylocks through Mr. GK Man. GK Man is well known and highly regarded amongst the entire community at Discord, as well he should be. And we now have Lady Locks on board with us too, guys. She's going to be hanging out and doing some stuff over there with us. And as I said, we also have Broke Picks hanging out over there with us as well. So do not forget to check out the Dragon's Lair and the Broke University Discord channels. I'm a massive fan and participator of all of those. So I just want to make sure you know that the love is to be spread all around when it comes to lock sport. So yes, if you are somehow watching this now or in the future, and you are a custom pick maker who would already like to be known more, or who is well known but would like to be known even more, feel very free to come on over to the dog pack. I will invite you myself if necessary. Just send me a direct message. We do have invite only time policy. Um, Everybody can't just invite you, but that's because we are just trying to keep the experience the best possible and keep it down to people who really just love lock picking, guys. That's what we want. We don't want everybody in there. We just want everybody who wants to be there for the right reasons in there. You know what I mean? So if you're a pick maker or a lover of picks, or also if you're not a maker of picks, but you're a maker of other things, okay? That's one of the reasons I wanted to mention our friend 44 Delta. All right, guys. Delta, as I'm aware of at the moment, does not make any picks. However, he does make some of the best 3D print lock sport stuff in the game, guys. And I think also it would be a good idea if we can get a hold of GSL Creations. Rock out with your lockouts, brother. I just thought of that just now while I was talking about 44 Delta with you guys, but GSL, if you're out there, my friend, please get with me and let's get you a corner over in the dog pack so you can show all that cool new stuff you're building and that you and your brother are doing up there. And we will do our best to roll out the red carpet treatment for all of our creators and give you your own corner to show off your work and talk to people about pricing and selling your stuff, whatever you like, guys. You can put links and videos in your own corner. we really want to let the makers just go wild and further utilize our platform as a way for everybody to come together and really enjoy this stuff together without having to search all over the entire internet. That's what we're going for, guys. We really just want to have a dedicated space that a picker can come in, and whether they're brand new or they've been doing this for 20 years, they can find the right crowd of people to hang around, to chat with, to try and exchange locks and sports stuff with, and just to better their entire overall community experience. That is what we're going for. Blue Scooby Wagon has joined us. Exactly, Scooby. We're just keeping it to the cool kids. So come be one of the cool kids. Scooby's got him a blue wrench over here now, guys. He's gonna be the last of my blue wrench holders for the moment. I was very selective about who holds the blue wrench here in Mountain Mick, especially since I have some better technology now. It's not necessary for me to have a ton of mods, but I do always need somebody to have my back and that will be around. So I have about 5 or 6 of you guys total right now, and at least 1 or 2 of you seems to always be here. So great job to my guys with the blue wrench of power. Thank you for supporting me, guys. You guys rock, and I can't just go around giving everybody a blue wrench. That's not how it works. But you guys really have done a great job helping Mountain Mick keep the traffic flow of people we want here and people we don't want to be silenced forever. Not that we didn't want them, they just didn't know how to act right. We warned them, and they just struck out. You know, it's not a one-strike system at Mountain Mick, guys. If you get banned, you're really asking for it, because we are some hard asses that joke around, and you really got to troll us and do stupid stuff. Yes, you have the power, bro. Naturally, you have the power, sir. I've known you longer than I've known most of the people here, bro. How could I not give you a wrench? It was the elbow pick for you, Scooby. Sometimes a sexy elbow is a lifesaver on a lonely night. It can look like a lot of other parts if you hold the camera just right. Let's see. Let's grab the other one and play around with for a moment, and let's continue to talk about some cool things. So yeah, guys, dog pack is wide open right now. The dog pack is welcome to all of you, and I've really enjoyed seeing it grow this fast already. It's amazing to me how when you put a team of this gifted bunch of people together and allow them the time and space and support to put everything together, how quickly they can make something this massive and this cool to be part of be put together. Like, I know that there's a certain amount of templates and using a little bit of click this and try that, but seriously, guys, this thing is only a few days old. That's right, G Key Man, the quickening, like in Highlander. I have the power. There can be only one. All right, Labs. Well, enjoy your work tonight, sir. Thanks for hanging out and listening on the way, sir. We will try to get you some subs over there so you can get your live going, Labs. And like I said, brother, you're welcome to come back on with me sometime soon as well. Oh, woof, woof. We got DNP in the house. Another one of the dog pack. Let's do a quick dog pack roll call, man. If you're in the dog pack, let me get a hashtag dog pack out there from my dog packers. I want to see how many people in the chat are already jumped over to dog pack and loving life. Yeah, He-Man and Highlander's good too. I got you, GK man. He-Man was cool too. I liked Skeletor. I liked Conan the Barbarian. I'm an 80s baby. I know about He-Man, sir. I'm a fan of that too. P&D said hi with a wave. It doesn't say nothing. You just can't read it for some reason, Brett Sucks. It must be a difference in the kind of browser that you're using or something. Yeah, Dean, it's the one where you click the wave. You're not putting blank ones in. Brett Sucks just isn't seeing them for some reason. Apparently, when you do the high wave, Brett gets a blank message. Now, Blue Scooby just put in a blank one. I don't know how he did that. You can ask him. Probably just a space bar and an enter. It's pretty simple to hit the space bar and then send it. But anyway, always wanted the Sun Sword, GK man. Yeah, I'm a little bit nerdy about the Master Sword from Zelda, GK. If I can't have a lightsaber, I'd be just fine with the Master Sword, um, or any copy of Excalibur. I'm also a big fan, as I showed you, of katanas. So all you makers out there, if you want to bribe Mountain Mick, send him a really cool Hanzo sword or something. Send me one of those Kill Bill super fancy samurai swords. And don't worry, I won't kill anybody with it or anything crazy like that. I just love playing with swords. I like to do fencing. So if you want to fence with Mountain Mick, let Mountain Mick know about that too. I'd love to put on the gear and flail around with you, especially if I ever make it over to the UK. I'll let one of you squires that have been knighted give Mick a proper schooling in the art of the sword. I've never got to do any formal training, guys, but I've always enjoyed a good sword fight, and I would love to do some more. Also, on the nerdy tip, I know that they've got competitive lightsaber fighting these days. Me and Broke were talking about that one night. Broke, if you're still here, I want to do that with you, brother. Let's go find one of these. Let's go find us one of these LARP area places that do all the live action role playing and do the lightsaber fights. And let's get us some cool lightsabers, bro. We're not getting any younger. It's time we start force choking and laser sword zapping people's legs off. The Thundercat sword. The Eye of Thundara. Thunder Ho! You just did an Alt 255? I hear that, Terrafon. That is a cruel joke, sir. Terrafon says that he just did an Alt 255, guys. That is a cruel joke, Terrafon. I'm sure GK Man gets that joke. Dog packs still hashtagging their way in, guys. Dog packs are everywhere. Woof woof. Dogs in the house. But not in the house because they don't want to be. Dogs come in the house to run it. We don't sit on the porch, though. Not unless we're just laying around having a good time. Sometimes a dog just got to be comfy at home. Other times a dog just got to run, baby. Got to get out the house, get up with the other neighborhood big dogs, and go on neighborhood tour. Let the whole neighborhood know, woof, Big Dogs is in the house. Broke Pig says he's been with Thunder Hose in his day. Yeah, I have too, Broke. I believe I've seen my share of Thundercat hose in my day, sir. I'm not proud of all of them. Alt 255 is cooler because that's what I did too, says Blue Scooby. You guys keep making alt jokes, and we're gonna have to start talking about the what is it, Rule 34? Is that it? Is that the right one? I was telling Dean about Rule 34 the other day, guys. For anybody not sure about what I'm talking about, the one I'm talking about, you can Google it. It is basically the idea that anything under the sun that gets posted as a picture on the internet will be quickly turned into some type of creepy pornography by somebody else. That's the rule. So anything that exists out there, there's probably some weirdo making some animated pornography out of it. So I imagine that by the Rule 34 existence, that means that somewhere out there is a picture of Pickle Mick doing nasty things with his pics. Dean says I should be going every day. Leg day is every day, Dean. All you got to do is get up and walk around. People talk about leg day. Well, you don't have to go lift weights, my friend. Just stop driving your car. Trust me, I don't have a vehicle right now, guys. And if I want to do leg day, all I got to do is walk my way to town and back. That's a pretty good workout for me. Now, I live in the middle of nowhere, so that walk is a few miles and back. I promise you guys, if you walk about 5 miles during one day, you're not going to need to do leg presses. Not going to need to go ride the bike or anything. GK Man says, unless you're a princess, we're born to be princes of the universe, says Scooby. But unless you are a princess, says GK Man. I don't remember the song, Scooby. You're older than me. I remember Captain Planet, though. I do remember the Captain Planet theme song. He's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Captain Planet. Captain Planet. I saw a funny cartoon about Captain Planet one time. They replaced the guy who did Heart with Heart Attack. And every time he did a heart attack on somebody, they just started seizing up and grabbing their arm. It was hilarious. You can Google that one. Terraphon, yeah, I know it's from Highlander, sir, but I haven't seen Highlander in a long time. I didn't realize there was a theme song to Highlander, guys. Are we talking about the show now? Because I'm talking about the movie, guys. I'm talking about Highlander with Christopher and Sean Connery, the real Highlander, not none of that TV made crap. If you're talking about the TV Highlander, Mountain Mick is not talking about that, gentlemen. Mountain Mick is talking about the movie. The one with that big ugly guy as the bad guy, who's in a bunch of stuff. The one with Sean Connery as the Spanish dude that teaches him to sword fight. The movie was the whole soundtrack was Queen. All right, guys. Fair enough. I guess I was too busy listening to Purple Rain to notice. I got the whole soundtrack to Purple Rain, if you guys want to talk about that. I didn't realize Highlander had a Queen soundtrack, guys. The last time I really enjoyed Queen on a soundtrack was when the Cobra Kai show used The Show Must Go On in that really sad episode where one of the original Cobra Kai dudes tells Johnny he's got cancer. And anyway, it's a good show. If you haven't seen Cobra Kai, check it out. Really nostalgic. If you're an 80s or 90s kid, you're going to love it. Yeah, Dean, it's an entitled generation of everybody's these days. It's not just the young kids. A lot of the older ones got spoiled too somewhere along the way. Yes, some broke picks. I'm a big fan of Mr. Krabs. I love SpongeBob and all cartoons. If you want to blaze up and watch cartoons, you've come to the right channel, guys. You've come to the right channel. Mountain Mick loves to roll one and to watch some children's cartoons. Really adult cartoons too. I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty. Big fan of all that kind of stuff, guys. The Simpsons is the originator, and South Park is just fantastic. SpongeBob. Dean doesn't like SpongeBob. What, Dad? Well, good. What's the score? What? 17-12. Who's winning? The Bears. I don't even know who's playing. The Bears and the Vikings. 17-15. The Bears are winning. Sounds good to me. I got a handful of those open, guys. Not every single one, but we'll move on to playing around with something else. I'm gonna run this for about probably another. I'd say you can hang out with Mick for about another 25 minutes ish. I'm not gonna make a super long 3 or 4 hour one tonight, guys. I've got some cool stuff to show you tomorrow. And today was really just to show you some cool Lockmail that MrHppy sent me and to tell you guys about the developments that we have going on at the dog pack, as well as to tell you that you need to check out the new episode of Broken Rune. So let me just tell you again, if you did not join us until now, or if you missed it earlier in the broadcast, at the beginning, I was telling everybody right before I came to do this one, I was watching one of my favorite shows that I've always watched as a picker and since before being a picker. The Broken Rune with our friends Broke Picks and Rune Smith. Their new episode is all about covert instrument. Covert instrument. The same covert instrument. So if you guys are interested in what Broke and Rune have to say about covert instrument, you should go watch it. I will warn you ahead of time, guys. Some of it is good, and some of it may leave you sitting there thinking to yourself, really? I can't believe they said that. But I agree with pretty much everything that was said over there. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you watch and decide for yourself how you feel about that. But I think that they, as usual, will rock the boat just a little bit with some of the community at large. And that is okay because that's one of the reasons that we love them because they don't sell out. They tell you what they really think. They put their own money and stuff into getting the products that they're using. And that way they are not biased to say anything one way or the other. So definitely want to check out the Broken Rune cast. You will enjoy it. There's another link in the chat from Broke. So if you need to find the new episode of Broken Rune, please go check it out there. And the reason I ask you to is because not only is it great, they've moved it to a new location. It has its very own space now, guys. So if you're a fan like me of the Broken Rune, go check out the link that Broke just dropped down in the chat, and you will find yourself at the new YouTube Broken Rune space. And that is where you can check out the new episode. The last episode about sparrows is also on there. And you can go back even further. I know that I heard there was also a Jimmy Long's episode. So go check it out, guys. You're going to hear about Jimmy's. You're going to hear about sparrows. You're going to hear about covert instruments. And they have a handful of other makers that they'll be showing off, talking about, and telling you what they think, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now I'm going to just pick around and play around with a few things. One of the things I'll be playing with, I already told you guys about yesterday, but I'm going to bring it up again just because it deserves mentioning. It's that good. Mr. Walt Cade, our good friend who was in the chat earlier. This is Walt. Mrs. Cade is having a happy birthday, I'm sure, today. So make sure if you talk to Walt to wish his wife a happy birthday, guys. I will be picking around with one of the Covert Instrument McNally Reaper pick sleeves that Walt sent me. These things feel really good, guys. They fit great. And if you want one, just get a hold of Walt. He will send it to you. All you need to do is give him a self-addressed stamped envelope for your shipping to be covered, and he will drop it in there for you free of charge and send it back. You only need to let him know what color you want and how many you want. That's really awesome of him. And he sent me these just for me to test them out and try them out and tell you guys what I think. And I think they rock, guys. I keep one of them with my Reaper set because I carry it EDC, and my maces that he also made the case for are stashed in the back. So without Waltcade, this would not be anywhere near as fun of a Reaper set. Now it's got a Mace 1 and 2 with the 3D case print in it that he made, and it's also got a really good Reaper handle that he made. Yes, I will have the 44 Deltas in soon, but they will be living here in the lab, which means whenever I am out in the wild every day carrying at least one of my Waltcade slip-ons will be right there in my case, so I can slip on and have a good handle, because you all know that Mountain Mick is a handle snob. See, Stu Doo! Studini has joined us in the chat, guys. Welcome, Stu. Stu says he's got some of the Jimmy Minis on the way. Yeah, Stu. I wish I had some of those to show off tonight. Jimmy Longs, as I told everybody, was hanging out over in the dog pack today, and there was a big run on Jimmy Longs today because Jimmy dropped a little discount love over at the dog pack. I won't be sharing that information here because that's the kind of thing you'll need to be over there to find out about. But imagine if a Jimmy was about half the length that it usually is, guys. So look at these. These are regular Jimmies. Imagine now with me if the Jimmy was only about this big, all right? And let's imagine it shorter here too, right? So let's just say that the whole thing was this big. And then let's say it was flipped over sandwich style and had two picks, not one, coming out of it. That's the kind of thing that you're going to get if you get the modular Jimmies. You can stack two of them flipped and have a cool little double-sided, I would say like a mace or finger style pick. But the Jimmy Longs ones are really strong looking, as is usually the case with Jimmy Long stuff. So you're going to get that token Jimmy Long's bulletproof strength. You're going to get that fantastic Jimmy Long's scalpel design handle kind of handle. Only the handle is going to be just the scalpel part, and it's going to cover the butt end of two different picks. So you're going to have that there, and you're going to flip it back and forth and be able to pick to your heart's content with little mini Jimmies, and they are going to be awesome. You can get a 4-pack of them without the handles for like, I think it's like $15 or something. I don't know, but I know it was a really good deal, guys. Um, he also sells the modular handles in several colors, and he announced today in the chat that he will be coming out with a variety of other color handles in the near future. If you saw on his site before the prototypes that were at the bottom but were sold out, that's what I'm talking about right now. They were prototypes, gentlemen. They are no longer prototypes. Jimmy got a great response with them, and now he's getting an even better response with them. They have gone pick viral, and the whole world wants mini Jimmys. also known as modular Jimmy picks. And the mini Jimmies are just going wild, guys. And the new discount code that Jimmy dropped in the dog pack will work on the mini Jimmies. I have heard that it's the only one that will do that. I don't know if that's a fact, but you're going to have to go find out yourself. And if you do, you're going to get a great hookup on some Jimmies, guys. So get your butt over to the dog pack. Um, See what Jimmy has offered the whole community. And maybe you'll be fortunate enough to run into Jimmy over there yourself at some point. Jimmy loves hanging out in the smaller chat communities. He really likes being part of the community. He's a great guy. And we are fortunate, most fortunate, to all have him and know him. And I don't mean me or the dog pack, I mean everybody. So, yeah, big thanks to Jimmy Longs for just being a great dude and joining us all in our picking adventures. Nola the Trolla. Nola has duties here, Mark Carter. If he's gonna hold the blue wrench of power, it's harder for him to troll because then he'll have to kick himself out. I don't want Nola to have to throw Nola out. It'd be weird for him to have to ban himself. Multiple personality disorder and DID is a real thing. Let's just be friends and be supportive of Nola the Trolla. Nola says he's working on some new logos and putting together a big care package for mitten vets. Well, that's cool, Nola. Let's go ahead and throw back up the now featuring banner for the chat. The dog pack, guys. The dog pack is what I'm here to talk to about. I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time you've done that, Nola. You gotta just check out, you know. Sometimes you don't know whether or not the blue wrench works unless you ban one of your alter egos. You know what I mean? It's a good way to test it out. But yeah, guys, now featuring over at the dog pack, Jimmy Longs, Kodak, Rune Smith, custom pig makers, all getting their own slots to hang out, have their own free-flowing chat, be able to drop pictures of their work, their how-to, their new future designs, talk to the community about what they might want in the future, get maybe a couple of orders here and there from people who are dying to get their hands on those pics they make, and just in general be able to meet and contact each other as well. Right now, I think it's beautiful that Greyhound, Kodak, Jimmy Longs, Broke Pics, uh, Rune Smith, and all the pick makers are getting in there and meeting and talking to each other, guys. We also have, I should have added it on the banner, but I forgot. We also have Rob Long over there, guys. I'm sorry, Rob Lawn. I misspoke, guys. We have Rob Lawn. I invited Rob to come join us too. So we've got Rob Lawn over there hanging out with us. I invited Nigby to come join us. We will see if Nigby makes his way over to the dog pack. I invited Terry B. Pickin to come join us, guys. I reached out to all the UK pickers the other day. I asked Richard for his blessing. Richard, the Welsh picker, gave me his blessing to one time announce the dog pack to all the UK pickers. So we've got a lot of pickers and representation from the UK, guys. And I know that a lot of the top pick makers are in the UK. So today I personally took it upon myself to invite some of them. Nick's Picks is over there with us. Rob Lawn is over there with us. I invited Nigby. I invited Terry B. Pickin. We already have Rune Smith. I've really been trying to get all those guys over there. And let me just also make it known in the chat to everyone that Mountain Mick has personally reached out to the legendary Moki himself. I know a few of you are already able to contact and speak with Moki. If you should speak to him or hear from him, please let him know that I'm a massive fan of him, a massive fan of his picks. I will be getting my own very soon. I'd love to be showing them to you right now, but that's just not what the male people had in mind. However, I am a big fan of Moki, and we at the Dog Pack would very much love for Mr. Moki to join us and have his own corner and show off what he's got going on. And whenever we overcome this ridiculous tariff stuff, for him to have another wonderful place to talk to all of the lovers of his creations, like myself and like Lockpicking Professor, who owns the channel. And like I said, guys, I reached out to Moki. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I know he's a very busy man and not always easy to reach. So I am not discouraged yet. It's only been a day, and he is a busy man, as I said. But I will continue to politely extend my hand of friendship to Mr. Moki, and in hopes that we will acquire him as a friend on any level of involvement that fits his own liking. So we look forward to possibly gaining him as well. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm really happy about some of the pick makers that we already have being there. Because I think the more of them that are there and comfortable that they're already there and who are getting some good feedback from the community and getting involved with the community, will let the other pick makers see that it is a really good thing for them and for the community to be so tight knit and involved with each other. So, as I said, I will do everything in my networking skills and abilities possible to try and get all of them that I can over there. Please also feel free to send them to myself or send them to Mountain Mick. Mountain Mick will bring them in, guys. The ability to invite and add pretty much anyone. I don't have complete full administrative control because I didn't want it. I should never have it, and I passed on having any more than I do have because it's just better for all of us that way. But what I do have is the ability to add anybody and bring anybody in that I would like. And for all my UK pickers, for all of my friends here at Mountain Mick, and for all of the creators of anything cool in lock sport, whether it be locks, whether it be lock sport stuff like plugs, plug followers, mats. Uh, if Chris at Lockjaw is interested, we would love to have him as well. Um, I think maybe I'll let the professor talk to him. Um, we'll see how that goes, guys. I'm a big fan of Lockjaw, and I'd love to see them over there as well. Those challenges that they do have been massive for the community and for myself as well, because as we all know, the Night Watch was the very first time I did any type of live production or picking on camera for all of you, and I think I really owe it to them that I even exist right now as a platform. So thanks to Lockjaw. If this reaches them in any way, also please, Chris, get over here and hang out in the dog pack with all of us. Um, you've got a lot of friends and fans already there, lined up, waiting for you. So we will give you your own corner. We will let Lockjaw have all the control and friendship area that they would like to have. We will treat you with the red carpet maker treatment as well. So please, please, if you are interested in that in any form or fashion, please come join us and come hang out at the dog pack with me and all my buddies there. I'm gonna see if I can get this master number 5 open, guys. This isn't the one that you see me pop most of the time. This is this one. I'm still trying to send Mr. Inferno one of these two because he told me he wanted a yellow number 5, and I'm gonna send him probably the one that I'm picking on right now. Um, so if Mr. Inferno, if you hear that, um, just let me know if you still want that lock. I'm gonna be doing some mailing soon, and I will try to get that going towards you too. That's awesome, Stu. Lockjaw is great about helping a lot of people. I know that they are really good about helping Lockpick and Hippie. I don't know Hippie super well yet. We have spoke a couple times, but I know that Lockjaw has been helpful with him. I also know that they are massively helpful to my friend Sandman. Um, So yeah, I don't have much affiliation with them yet, outside of just doing the patch challenges and trying not to anger them with my emails. But I think that I've gotten past that part with them, and I'd really love to do some more working with them in the future of any type possible. So we will see if they're interested in that or not. Yeah, Hippie is a great dude, Stu. I must agree with you there. I don't know him super well, but I like him a lot. And from what I see, he is a great guy. Uh, he's one of the first people that befriended me on Facebook, actually. So um, I really do like him. All right for a Navy guy. I hear you, Scoop. I hear you, Nola. Scooby says I should do my first stream when I get the Night Watch patch, but I did nothing but fail to pick the NF2 and cuss it for 30 minutes. Yes, Blue Scooby. You don't have to actually even pick, sir. You can just talk about lock sport for 30 minutes and show off all your locks and lock sport tools if you want. As a matter of fact, yes, Dean, Hippie is a good picker. And yeah, Navy. I have no problem with Navy, guys. I support all the armed forces of the United States, but I will tell you ahead of time that most of my family were either Marines or Army, and Papa Mick is an Air Force man. So the Navy is one that I have less experience with. But as I said, both my grandfather were in the armed services. One was a Marine, the other was in the army, and the grandpa that raised me was in the army as well. So I'm a big fan of that. I had a stepdad that was a Marine as well. Um, I've got a lot of friends who have been in all the services, and anybody who serves our country in that way, guys. I'm from North Carolina, and my wife is from Florida, and we massively appreciate the freedoms that are afforded to us by those who sacrifice part of their life to go ensure that we contain freedoms every day in our lives. So, thanks to all those who serve. Mountain Mick's birthday is November 11th, aka Veterans Day. And that's also the day right after the Marine Corps birthday, which is November the 10th. So anytime I'm having my birthday, I think about all of those guys and all the sacrifices that they have made. And that is not counting Memorial Day, which is for the fallen, and a whole nother way we celebrate and give honor and respect to those who actually paid the ultimate price for the freedoms that we enjoy every day. So, always have big love and respect for my guys who are from the armed services. Okay. See, Studio, I did not know about Mitten Maid. Perhaps you could give me some more information on that. Um, I don't know about it at all at this moment. I thought it was a person you were telling me about. So, um, yes, when it comes to veteran groups and things of that nature, Stu, Mountain Mick is a very, very big supporter of that type of thing. I did not personally get to serve for multiple reasons I will go into at some other time if anyone cares. But I am a massive supporter of all the armed services, what they do for our country, and just what they do with their lives is everything, guys. Like freedom is everything. If you've ever been without your freedom, excuse me, if you've ever been without your freedom or been in a place where people don't share the same freedoms that we do, or even met somebody who doesn't have those freedoms in the place where they're from, it will become very apparent to you how much all that's worth, guys. Um, freedom's everything, but it's not free, as they say. Freedom isn't free, and we just have to really thank the guys who make sure every day that we are not only safe, but that hopefully we're doing good things here in the country to make it a place worth saving. And even though sometimes I feel we've lost our way with that a little bit, I don't want to get into the political. I just want to say that all of that has nothing to do with the guys who protect our rights to do that. All of them are people too. They have their affiliations and political alliances, but at the end of the day, they're patriots. They care about America and about freedom, and that is a noble and honorable thing in any right. So thank you. If you're in Mountain Mix chat right now and you're a service guy, thank you. I appreciate your service, and consider this a handshake from a man who very much enjoys his life in America and his freedom. Dean says he was at the recruiter's office and the guy tried to get him to do push-ups while standing up. I'm not even sure what that means, Dean. I'm not sure if the core is acting funny on this 5 or what, guys, but it needs some love. Clearly needs some love. You ever have one of those locks where the cord just sits in there wonky and now it feels like even the key might never open it again? That's kind of how that one feels, and I don't have a key to test it with, so I'm gonna keep messing with it off camera and see if I can lube it up and get it acting right again. But right now, it doesn't want to play the game. It doesn't want to play the game. So we're gonna move on from it. And let's see, we're at just over 2 hours. Mountain Mick's gonna wrap it up as soon as I open this next lock, guys. We're gonna start putting things away, and I'm gonna go back to hanging out in the dog pack and seeing what's going on in the late night chats of the dog pack. And if anybody else is thinking about doing their self, yeah, there's a lot of former cops and law enforcement and uh, explosive ordnance disposal, which is the bomb squad guys, if you're not sure about that. But yeah, there's a lot of those guys hanging in our picking groups, guys. They have to do breaching and lock picking and tactical stuff all the time. Should be coming at no surprise. I also would like to thank all of those guys. If you protect the thin blue line, although Mountain Mick has found himself on the wrong side mixed up a few times, Mountain Mick does appreciate, support, and respect you guys. There is a need for law and order in all polite, civilized society, and to those who try to every day make our community a safer, better place by getting scumbags off the street, even if occasionally scumbags means Mountain Mick for doing stupid things that could harm people, then I salute you as well, because I can never rightly call somebody an asshole for enforcing the laws that I'm breaking. If you don't like the law, guys, we live in a country where you're supposed to be able to vote and change the law. And if most of society deems something to be something you should not be doing, then you should either find a place away from society, or you should accept the rules of the society that you live in, or you will be facing the consequences whether you accept them or not. So it's best to just, you know, try to live your life in a way that you can avoid any entanglement and rule breaking that will lead to your incarceration. Because those guys, for the most part, not all of them, but for the most part, they're just family guys who want to see their kids grow up in a neighborhood that's not full of drugs, not full of people getting shot at, and not full of people's windows getting broken so they can rob the whole house. And I think we can all agree we want to live in neighborhoods that sound like the ones that don't have all that. So I think it's not a problem to say let's support those guys, and very much also let's support our first responders, EMS workers, doctors, anybody in the emergency services, firefighters especially as well. Anybody who goes into that line of duty, the red line, they protect our lives and save us when bad things happen, or they protect our homes from burning down, or save people from fire, which is very deadly in places like California and Texas. They also help in floods and lots of other situations that aren't fires. So, big shout out to all the people who do those things. Um, Thanks for keeping America alive, not on fire, and mostly safe, guys. We appreciate all of you guys here. Our buddy Greyhound was a policeman back in the Dragnet days, too, guys. Not just Terrafawn. Terrafawn, do you know Greyhound yet? You need to meet Greyhound. All right, Nola. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for dropping by with the wrench of power and your usual friendly attitude. We love you, Nola. Appreciate you coming and hanging out, dude. Like I said, you're not gonna miss much. We're almost done here. Let's get out the escort. See if I can rake pop this baby. Let's go with the triple. We'll go with the worm though. The smooth one works a little better on these brinks, or I'm sorry, these bunker hills. You've said hi, but that's about it. Well, Terrafawn, Greyhound has lives a lot. Get to know him. He used to be a police officer as well, so you'll have lots of cool stuff to talk about. He is in the dog pack, my friend. He is a founding member of the dog pack, and I really would love to see you and him get to know each other because of your backgrounds in law enforcement. I think you would really enjoy Greyhound. He's a great friend to me, and I wasn't a cop, so I think that any of his brethren from the Thin Blue Line life are going to get along with him very well. So I would recommend you get yourself in the dog pack. Say hello to Brother Greyhound. Tell him Mountain Mick sent you. Tell him Mountain Mick said that brothers with badges need to say hello to each other. And I think you guys will hit it off just famously. Man, this little lock doesn't want to open, guys. It's always the last one of the night. You notice that? If you've watched my show before, you already know. It's something about that stupid last one I picked that just wants to delay the end of the show. And I would tell you guys it's me and I just love being here that much, but that is not the truth. I'd tell you if it was. This thing's just harassing me. Biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy. There we go. It's always the right triple that'll get you in, guys. Thank you to the Georgia Gym escort for ending the night for us. Georgia Jim, massive thank you to you. Where's that sticker at? I should wrap this bad boy around the escort, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna find a really cool place to put it. But special thanks to Georgia Jim. I really have enjoyed this escort a lot, Georgia Jim, and I continue to carry it with me in my pocket every day. So I thank you for sending it to me, sir. I feel quite spoiled still just to have it. Now, let me crane this thing back around and talk to you guys, and we will get out of here for today. Let me see if I can lower camera one. Camera one, camera one. Let's bring it this way. And yep, that's close. And let's do the old flipperoo. Sorry guys, just switching camera view here. There we go. Now Mountain Mick can talk to you guys for a second before we call it a night. Oh, it's always mirrored, isn't it? Can't stand that. I wish it would stay set the way I like it, guys. Anyway, the weight of my phone may tilt it just a little bit, but it'll be alright. So, the dog pack is open, guys. As you know, our 250 sub giveaway is also still well underway. Get yourself over to the dog pack. You'll be able to see all the videos there for the 250 sub that are up there already. We got some really cool ones too, by the way. I just like to tell you real quick about two of them. One of them is from Elroy's Toys, and it is a multiple entry. I mean, it's got 410 lottos lined up, guys. He's popping 410 lottos like nobody's business. So check out that one. Another cool one that we got came today. Lock Junkie made his first entry today. Big shout out to Lock Junkie. Thanks for coming through, brother love. I am glad to have you part of the competition. And I told you, international love is always a staple at Mountain Mick. So, Junkie, if you are the next guy I'm about to mention win, we will finally have ourselves our first international champion. El Campeón del Mundo. That's champion of the world in Spanish for you who don't know. But we will have our first champion and the international community one of these times. And I am looking forward to it. But I'm not going to force it because it's going to happen naturally either way. Now, Lock Junkie made a cool video. He opened a few and a lot of shout outs. Make sure to check out his video as well. And the last one that I want to mention is from our buddy Crow Llama. Yes, Crow Llama. Llama made a couple different videos and entered them. One of those videos is longer, but I'll tell you why it's longer. That Crow Llama video is longer than the other one because Crow Llama decided that it would be cool to buy a new lock and pick it blind. And what that means for new pickers is Crow Llama shows the lock that he just bought for our challenge on screen in the package, untouched. He then proceeds to open it from the package and get his open on it for the contest. That is badass. It's something that Mountain Mick loves to see, and it always makes a pick even more challenging and impressive to me. I can't award extra points for that, as we know, but I did want to bring it up as a kind of bonus for him because I was super impressed with both of those. With Elroy's Toys doing the massive entry to show everybody it could be done, and with Crow Llama making an unnecessary blind pick just to really spice up his video. Really respect people doing that type of challenge stuff, guys. These Mountain Mick giveaways have really started to bring out some of the really interesting competition within my friends, and I love it. I absolutely love to see it. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat really quick, because we're about to wrap it up, and maybe Mountain Mick will see the last bit of this football game. I see we have Scott in the chat, and he is quoting from the good book. He is quoting from the Bible. So I will go ahead and read his quote for all of you because Mountain Mick is a non-denominational Christian. I love all religions that are monotheistic. I do not judge, and I believe everybody should believe what they believe, but be a good person. So follow your heart when it comes to these situations. But Scott says, "For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God." First Corinthians 1:18, King James version. Sorry, guys. But yes, thank you, Scott, for that little message. I have no problem with having religious messages added to the channel. Um, we can even keep it balanced. If anybody wants to quote the Quran or anything from the Torah or any good Buddhist, Taoist, or otherwise religious quotes of any type, I'll be happy to do that. And if you find yourself in the non-religious, scientific-minded landscape, I will also accept any commentary on the meaning of life, the stars, and creation from your perspective. We can talk about that sometime too. Mountain Mick is a very inclusive, friendly guy. So, Chuck Soup is getting ready to do his round three. Yes, Dean, we will not forget the Rastafari. Rastafari stand alone. Jah praise. Shaka for my boy Dean. We're gonna get ready the skeleton shaka because the skeleton shaka is a pre-goodbye staple here at the channel now. Dean knows that the shaka means to hang loose and be a good picker in person. And make yourself way back to Mountain Mick when you get a chance, guys. So, as I've said, the dog pack is open. You can meet me over there after the show. We'll chit chat around. Maybe we'll have some other great makers join us very soon. Thank you to MrHppy for the uh, telescoping pod that we're on today, as well as for the stickers. Some of them will be going out to some of you. I will share a little bit of MrHppy sticker love with you guys. Thank you also, MrHppy, for the extra tubing. I will use it on some uncomfortable pics one of these days. And thank you most of all, of course, for the locks, MrHppy. I'm going to enjoy trying to pick this Yale, and I'm going to enjoy learning some dimple lock stuff with the flags. I will show you guys some flag picking once I get my rank up a little bit, all right? I promise you that. That's about all Mountain Mix got for you guys tonight. I'm going to keep it from turning into a Tony Montana, Scarface, or Lord of the Rings length movie tonight. We're just going to keep it in more of the Batman Forever realm. So just over 2 hours. Good fun time. Now you got time to eat, snack, and do all that other stuff. So for everybody in the chat, Delbert, Dean, Chuck Soup, Scott, if you're still here, bless you as well, sir. Be with God and go with God. Vaya con Dios, my friend. Terraphon, thank you for coming by as well. Nola had to leave. Brett sucks. Stu, um, all you guys, if I missed anybody, say hey in the chat. Say bye to Mick in the chat. MrHppy, of course, as always, my brother, thank you. And I hope, yes, I will like the dimples, MrHppy, I assure you. I will let you know personally, outside of this, how much I enjoy all the awesome stuff that you send me, sir. And I will be trying to put together some nice, cool care package to send back to you, MrHppy. We will talk some more about patches and all those other pickle mick beautiful things that will be going on later. And we'll try to find ourselves a cool way to get ourselves double down package. So maybe they can send me some Mr. Happy patches along with my Mountain Mick swag. We'll just get two of everything, my friend. And I'll start giving them out to other people. But everybody, have a good night. Get your butt to the dog pack. You don't know what you're missing every moment that goes by. We're getting new pickers and new makers all huddled together to have a great big old lock picking experience that is turning into something really beautiful, guys. So I welcome you all to come join us there. Look for some Jimmy Minis in your future. You might even get a nice Jimmy discount if you come check out and hang around for a minute. Um, and let me pitch myself one last time. That will be the closer for the show, guys. Mountain Mick will be live again tomorrow. I will schedule it. You can expect me to be around the same type of time. I might go a little earlier for my UK buddies if the mailman can get his butt by here early enough. I will aim for about 6 p.m. Eastern if all is well. So start looking for Mick around 4 to 6. I will have a warning uh, schedule posted so everybody knows, like usual, when the big ones happen ahead of time. And you guys can meet me here then. If everything goes to plan, I will show you the stuff from the mail. I will pull my pack locks from the Mountain McMahon purse, and I'll pull out the vise, and we will do our best to fail hard for you on a pack lock. And maybe I'll pick around on this Yale that Mr. Happy sent me to just for fun. So maybe I have a chance at actually getting something open. At any rate, that's all Mountain Mix got for you guys tonight. So I love you from the bottom of my heart. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a great night and happy picking. We're out of here.